Following on from my video about whether Flight Simulator 2024 works on the Xbox Series X and my tour around Southampton docks, I thought I'd do a follow-up video which just shows a conventional flight from one location to another to see how that actually looks.
Ronald's Way Ground, Cessna Golf. India Tango Delta Yankee with Golf, ready to taxi IFR.
Cessna Golf India Tango Delta Yankee taxi to and hold short of runway 26 using taxiway Mike Echo Cross runway 21 Alpha. Contact tower on 119er. 005 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 using taxiway Mike Echo Cross runway 21 Alpha Cessna Tango Delta Yankee.
On the ground at the departure airport, everything looks good. All the buildings look nice and sharp.
Ronald's Way Tower Cessna Golf. India Tango Delta Yankee ready for IFR departure runway. Golf. India Tango Delta Yankee QNH 1032. Clear for takeoff runway 26. Clear for takeoff runway 26 Cessna Golf. India Tango Delta Yankee. Cessna Tango Delta Yankee contact Manchester Center on 118. 775. Good day. 118. 775 for Cessna Tango Delta Yankee. Manchester Center, QNH 10, tree 1 radar contact continue.
Ground detail all looks perfectly fine when you're out over the countryside, although I don't really notice a huge improvement on what you used to get on Flight Simulator 2020. Heading out over the Irish Sea, having left the Isle of Man. These are the packages I'm supposed to be delivering to Ireland. This is a freight transport mission from the career mode in Flight Simulator 2024. I've no idea what's in the packages. Hopefully it's nothing illegal. Spotted a lighthouse in the distance, so thought I'd take a pause and go and take a closer look, see what kind of detail it gives. Looks like the detail is very impressive. Right down to the front door. And even the solar panels on the top. Back to the flight, and we're just now approaching the Irish coast. Scenery and graphics all looking good from 5,000 feet. We're now passing over our first major city, so we can see what the ground detail looks like now. Again, this is at 5,000 feet. But if we look down on the ground, we can see again that it can't cope with large built-up areas. All the buildings are not properly rendered again. It sort of looks like it's a ruined city looking down at it, and that's even from 5,000 feet. Probably a bit like Pompeii might look if you were flying over it. Certainly not what a modern city looks like. Pausing again and going in for a closer look. A bit like the previous video showing the Southampton docks, you can see that everything is just pretty vague. The buildings all look sort of like they're melting. They're just not properly drawn. But once we get to this airport, everything suddenly becomes nice and sharp, in complete contrast to the buildings in the background. Approaching our destination airport now, so we're back out over the countryside. And really, again, once you're over the countryside, the graphics they look perfectly fine. Looking out the window and stuff, it all looks pretty good. The interior detail on the aircraft is good. I do like the opening of the windows. And the external view shows the window as being open as well, which is a nice touch. Close them up again, getting breezy. On our final approach now at our destination airport.
500.
Once again, now we're out over the countryside, the external detail is very good, even though we're now quite low, down to about 700 feet. Everything looks good. I mean, at this point the graphics are looking quite impressive. Certainly the whole landing approach, there's plenty of detail there. There's no blurriness in it. It all works extremely well. So really, it's just a shame about the city landscapes and the fact that it can't draw the buildings. I think I mentioned in my last video that I wasn't sure whether some aspects of it being super sharp and some aspects of it being completely poor. I don't know if that's the difference in the data that it's trying to pull out the cloud and the data that it is actually storing on the hard drive. Impossible to know, but just got to hope really that the developers are working on it and then that will get fixed, because if that problem is fixed, then there's no doubt about it, the whole Flight Simulator 2024 experience would be extremely good indeed. As it stands though, on Xbox at least, I don't think that Flight Simulator 2024 really offers any major upgrades over Flight Simulator 2020. You have the career mode in 2024, which is quite interesting. But the main advantages to 2024 being the level of ground detail and your ability to get out of the aeroplane, walk around, that sort of thing. Really, that just doesn't work in Flight Simulator 2024 on Xbox currently. But as soon as that is fixed, and hopefully it will be, then it will be a major step forward, I think, at that point.